now a member of the United States House of Representatives, representing the 1st Congressional District from Savannah. Although I have seen him in Blue Ridge and LJ a lot over the last few months, I don't know what that's about, but we're always proud to see him up in the mountains. So please make welcome back to this chamber, Congressman Jack Kingston. Congressman Kingston.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. That was certainly the most generous introduction I've ever had from here. I loved it. I want to yield him more time. It's great to be back. This is home. I have great admiration for what you do, and I want you to know that I have enjoyed working with you as a member of Congress, and I hope to continue in that relationship. And I want to say this, that I always come here every year since I have not been here, and I do it because I want to stay in close contact with you, but I also do it because I enjoy it. And wanted to introduce my mom, Ann Kingston. She's here. She's actually here to see Dr. Ben Watson, who won't return her call, so. And my wife, Livy. And my son, Jim, who's probably been driving some of y'all up the wall. And Mr. Speaker, I noticed the security on the House floor is a lot tougher than it used to be. I probably contributed to that because back in the day, and that was my seat, Alex, my children would come back there and hang out and spill chocolate milk and peanuts everywhere. You know, just 3 things that I want to mention real quickly that all fall in the category of jobs for Georgians. Number 1, I want to thank you for everything that you guys have done to fund and put the port number 1 as an issue. 352,000 jobs are related to import and export in the state of Georgia. The cost-benefit ratio is $1 spent, a $5.50 return. And most of those jobs, as we in South Georgia know, are actually in North Georgia. But it's so important for all of us. And during a period of time, it took 14 years to get the federal government approval. We now have it. I describe our position as being somewhere in between third base and home plate. But during the worst of it, I'm just happy, Mr. Speaker, that you guys stepped forward and made a huge difference and have been on track with it the whole time. Number 2, let me say this. We finally got a farm bill done. People outside of rural areas often think of agriculture as production agriculture, picking onions in Vidalia, or maybe baking bread in Thomasville, or maybe processing poultry in Gainesville. But the reality is it also is serving the food in Atlanta, Georgia. And that industry, that food industry in the state of Georgia, $76 billion. 1 out of 7 jobs, 680,000 jobs. We're finally moving forward on an ag bill, which I think is a step in the right direction. It cuts spending about $23 billion. Lord knows we don't need to spend anything more than we need to in Washington right now. I look back with great admiration of the fact that you have a balanced budget, and I wish that we had a balanced budget amendment in the United States Congress because it would make a huge difference. I've been fighting for one, and I'm going to continue to fight one. The third thing that I want to mention that has to do with jobs in Georgia is our military installations. I've had the honor of representing 5 out of our 8 installations. It's a $21 billion economic impact. I don't need to tell Larry O'Neill and the folks from Central Georgia what it means to have Warner Robins Air Force Base there with a $4.3 billion economic impact, but it's the same with each installation. However, while we are interested in the economic impact of Georgia's military, we know that the purpose of the military is not economic development. It is to fight and win wars. And as a member of the Defense Committee, I've made sure that our soldiers, sailors, and airmen would never have to fight a fair fight. I want them to be the best equipped, best trained that there is, going against any enemy, anytime, any place, with the outcome determined, and that is, we win, they lose. And with that, let me yield the balance of my time, but again, just say thank you very much for all the friendships that we have and the working relationship, and if there's anything we can do for you, please let us know. Thank you, Mr.